Show starts in 5 minutes.
Good morning, Charlotte.
Happy to have you with us this evening and want you to enjoy every minute of your stay here. And while you relax and stretch, visit our concession where you'll find something to please you. There are ice-cold drinks, delicious sandwiches, ice cream, coffee and snacks, and many other pleasing treats. Our foods are fresh and tasty, our drinks satisfying and refreshing. They're so good.
You get more out of life when you go out to a movie. Show starts in 4 minutes.
Visit our snack bar and treat yourself to some delicious Castleberry's pit-cooked barbecue sandwiches. Cook the Castleberry way, slowly over open pits of glowing charcoal, then season with a sauce that's zesty, yet delightfully mild to please the entire family. Also at the snack bar, you'll find popcorn and soft drinks and candy and French fries to go with your Castleberry's barbecue sandwiches. There's plenty of time before the movie starts, so visit our snack bar right now for Castleberry's pit-cooked barbecue sandwiches.
Still plenty of time to come and be served at the refreshment center before showtime.
Show starts in 3 minutes. Show starts in 2 minutes.
Your attention, please. All new hotshot electric in-car heaters have been installed for your comfort and convenience. Just insert heater through car window and turn on the switch. When leaving, please turn switch off and replace on speaker post. Warning, high voltage. For your own safety, do not attempt to repair or remove wires. Do not attempt to open heater unit. If you need assistance, please notify the theater box office or concession manager.
Good morning, Ellen Hayes. I saw you here yesterday. It was great to have you with me. Welcome back this morning. Good morning, Lakes household. Good morning, D'Souza household. Good morning, Carrie Wright, my dear.
Show starts in 1 minute.
Please remember to replace the speaker on the post when you leave the theater.
And now, on with the show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Paint My Monster with me, your host, Easel Monster. It's May 20th. Thanks, everybody, for showing up this morning. Welcome, Stephen Zima. I saw you popped in right there. Maybe you're the dead skeleton when you're here. I'm not sure. Welcome, everybody who's here with me this morning. Welcome to Paint My Monster with me, your host, Easel Monster, the little art show with big monster ideas and other monster stuff. Right? Hey, let's get some music on. Boys and girls, I've got so much planned for us today. Yesterday, was my anniversary with Mrs. Monster, and I drew. I'm being asked if Mrs. Monster has a name. It surprises me that I've been asked about Mrs. Monster's name before anyone asked me about the name of my ship. But, you know, such as life and the internets. So, anyway. Yeah, Mrs. Monster has a name. Mrs. Monster. First name Mrs., last name Monster, Mrs. Monster. She became that the day she married me, Easel Monster. So, anyway, May 20th. Today, I want to talk, it's International Plant Day, and I want to talk about some poisonous plants, because that seemed like fun. Also, I'd like to make a robot today out of some foam, and we're going to listen to some gypsy jazz music for those of you who are, savvy about these things. It's called manouche. Manouche music. That's what we're going to listen to today as we make a robot and we sit here together. So get your stuff, whatever you're making. And good morning, Eve Cunning, who is also watching. Charlotte says, so isn't her name isn't Palette Monster? Palette Monster. I'm not going to tell you the name of my ship yet, Christy. I'll reveal that some other. That's going to be a surprise. Hey, speaking of ship, boys and girls, if you are regular viewers, you know that we are in downtown Muncie, Indiana, at the top of a water tower that will soon, launch us into space where we will make some art. Boys and girls, let's go through our pre-launch sequence and make some art. Here we go. All right, let's go through our pre-launch checklist, boys and girls. Mr. Penny, please take your station. Thank you. All right, Mac back nice and slow, please. Release the docking clamps and fire main thrusters. And music on my mark in 3, 2, 1. Yeah. See if you can get that stabilized, Mac, back. Thanks. Boys and girls, we have reached cruising altitude. Let's get ready to make some art, shall we? Welcome to Paint by Monster, everybody. All right, Mrs. Monster from yesterday. I didn't sign my whole name, even though she calls me my whole name. All right, here's a weird thing. I bought these sketchbooks at my local hobby. There's a Hobby Lobby near me, and I walked up and I asked the lady. I said, this one's $4.99. This one's $5.99. Can I pay the $4.99 price for both of these? And she says, no, I can't change the cash register. I said, that's all right. Just don't let me hold up the wheels of progress, lady. Just check me out. Just asking. Doesn't hurt to ask. I'm saving stuff like this because, you know, this might be useful for our robot today. I want to make a little robot out of some pieces of foam and some cardboard and some junk. I have some toothpicks with me today, and they're toothy and picky. They go right in between my teeth, just like. But these things are great to use as little nails. If you're building things out of foam, like here's one robot foot right here. I cut this out just before we were together. And I don't need this right now. I cut these out I'm thinking of these as feet. Yeah. So, I have some little legs. Let me get rid of some of this stuff here, and let's do some building. And listen to some gypsy jazz. But first, boys and girls, today is May the 20th. Now, it just so happens that May 20th, did you see that interference pattern just now? May 20th is a bunch of holidays here. Let's see. It's International, hang on. It's International Eliza Doolittle Day. The character from the book and the play, Pygmalion and My Fair Lady. I'm having some technical there we go, boys and girls. It's also Emancipation Day in Florida, Emergency Medical Services for Children Day, Everybody Draw, Muhammad Day, Flower Day, International Clinical Trials Day. This is the one that interests me down here. World Bee Day and World Meteorology Day. I happen to know from another website, it's also National Flower Day. So I thought maybe we'd go look at a bunch of the deadly plants of the world while we're together, because that seems like interesting to me. Let's see. Here we go. Boys and girls, they may look harmless enough, but plants can harbor some of the most deadly poisons known. From the death of Socrates by poisoned hemlock to the accidental ingestion of deadly nightshade by children, poisonous plants have been responsible for human deaths throughout history. Get to know some of the most infamous plants and their poisons with this macabre list. The 7th most deadly on the list, water hemlock. Now, they don't show a picture here of this stuff, but this is what it looks like. Water hemlock. It sort of looks like Queen Anne's lace. But, it'll kill you. It'll kill you so dead. It's kind of beautiful. Water hemlock. Deadly nightshade, that's another one. According to legend, Macbeth's soldiers poisoned the invading Danes with wine made from the sweet fruit of deadly nightshade. Indeed, it's the sweetness of the berries that often lures children and unwitting adults to consume this lethal plant. A native of wooded or waste areas in central and southern Eurasia, deadly nightshade has dull green leaves and it looks like this. It's another one of those sort of pretty plants. One of these castor beans. Yeah, those of you who are Breaking Bad fans will remember when this made its appearance. Yeah. Widely known as an ornamental, the castor bean is an attractive plant that's native to Africa, while the processed seeds are a source of castor oil. They naturally contain the poison ricin and are deadly in small amounts. It only takes 1 or 2 seeds to kill a child and up to 8 seeds to kill an adult. Ricin works by inhibiting the synthesis of proteins within the cells and can cause severe vomiting, diarrhea, seizures, and even death. The poison was used in 1978 to assassinate Georgy Markov, a journalist who spoke out, blah, 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 blah. You can learn all about there's all kinds of stuff you ought not to eat. I thought, not today. I thought it would be a fun idea sometime to make a bouquet of deadly flowers. That seems like a fun idea to me. Anyway, you're watching Paint by Monster. And we're getting ready to I'm gonna make a robot out of some foam. That's what I'm gonna do. What are you doing today? I hope you're having fun. I hope you're making something fun. It's another day here in my neighborhood that's sort of overcast. It's a perfect day to sit inside and make some art, really. I don't need this. To the floor with you. All right. So, I'm going to think of these things as feet. And I had some little parts over here I was thinking of as legs. Here's one. I cut this out. Now, here's all I'm going to do. I'm going to stick this into here. Right? And you can drive this in just with the table. Just push, push, push until there's about this much sticking out. And I'm just going to put these two things together. The nice thing about making a robot is it doesn't have to look like anything, because who knows what it's supposed to look like? Who knows? And this is just some foam, insulation foam. Sometimes at a job site you can find just pieces of this that are a few feet and just laying around. You can cut this stuff with an X-Acto knife. That's what I did. I thought I had another leg around here somewhere. I thought I had a leg. I guess maybe if I turn it like this, you can all see. All right. Well, I can't find the other leg that I had, so I'll just make one. So I have this. Right. It needs to be about this big. And I'm going to cut this off right here. Yeah. And like this. And how tall does it need to be? That'll do. Now, boys and girls, when you're working with this foam, because this material is so densely packed, you don't have to cut all the way through it. You can, but you don't have to. If you just score this stuff a little bit, you can just pop this stuff right just like this. Just breaks right apart. Now, if you want, you can take sandpaper. You can sand this stuff. It takes pretty well, too. You can sand it round. Whatever. Now, this front part's going to need cut off. It's maybe not exactly the same, but that's all right. It's close. That's a little more relaxing to me now. All right. This one I'm going to put in this foot right here, like this. And this other one, I'll get a toothpick in that, and we'll call those legs. Now, I probably won't get a paint job on this today. The other thing that's cool about this stuff is you can glue it, too. It takes glue pretty well. Pushing this in. You can use a thimble here. I'm just pushing this into the table. By the way, yesterday I showed you a bunch of little tiny refrigerator magnets, and Charlotte D'Souza said those would be great dollhouse magnets. And I thought, well, that's just the most genius thing I've heard today. I didn't see it until after the show. But wow, that's genius. That's right. How great. All right. Here are a couple of robot legs so far. So I think we should give them a torso, sort of in the middle. Like this little piece of foam. Right? How do you think this ought to go? It could go like this. Not too bad. But I think maybe I would like this to have a little bit of inset here. I'm going to cut this piece off. Just a little. I don't know if you love Monsters and Robots the way that I love Monsters and Robots. But, well, you're watching Paint by Monster with me, your host, Easel Monster. I'm making a robot out of foam today. Not a real robot. An action figure sort of a robot. Out of toothpicks and foam. That's a little bit of wiggle. That's okay. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, so now, that's sort of a nice base to work. That could be it, you know. Now you could add some accoutrement. You could add some, what's its thickness? How big is all of this business? All of that stuff. But that's not horrible. You can also glue these things together if you want, you know. But right now, because the toothpicks are in here, in the foam, it's not quite what you'd call posable, but a little bit posable. I think you could even animate a walk cycle with it. It could moonwalk. You could, anyway. I don't know, goofing off. Right. I think maybe the chest area should have a little bit more thickness. Oh, that's another thing. You can use paper on this because paper will glue to this nicely. You could use some foam core here if you want. Why not? Let's glue a piece of. Nah, I don't want foam core yet. Never mind that. How about maybe a chest area? How about that? Let's do that. Yeah. So across this, I want this to be chest area about this wide. Maybe about like there. If you would, please, and thank those of you who are doing this, leave me a picture of what you are working on. attach it to this video. I love seeing what you're working on. Oh boy, I gotta show Eve Cunning's chainsaw gardening too. Not today. Not ready for that. I should have prepped for that. That's all right. Welcome to Paint by Monster, the little art show where a monster will mumble to you for a while and make weird stuff. Now, you could glue this, but I'm just going to nail this right through here, put this through here, and that's his chest plate. And I think maybe after the chest plate, maybe we could establish some arms. It stands up, you know. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. Yeah. I'm making a robot out of foam today. This thing moves back and forth. It's not stable. You wouldn't want to try to do anything with this yet. But you know, it's fun. It's really fun. What kind of head would you put on this? Here's an idea that I've had. Some of this kind of stuff, this packaging material, this clear pieces of packaging material, like that could go, you could cut this, and that could go right there on top of that part to sort of be like a bubble area in the top of this. So let's get rid of this bottom part. We don't need it. Get rid of it. There we go. So this, Eve Cunning says, now she's installed a ceiling box, a cover, and a fan. That's fabulous. This could be some kind of an encasement for internal parts. Yeah, on the robot. Why not? Meanwhile, let's maybe do some thinking about a back piece and some arms. Sure, I've got just enough to do this. Welcome, everybody, to Paint by Monster with me, your host, Easel Monster. Yeah, woof. Yeah, all right. Now, with just a little bit of some reinforcement over here on these pieces, that could be a solid chest cavity sort of an area with this robot, which is great. I think maybe I'll work more on this off camera. Let's do some drawing today. And then I'll let you get on with your day. Penny? Penny, do you have ideas about today's drawing? Okay. Well, all right, let's, I will draw a cat playing a guitar then. How's that? Okay, all right. Cat playing a guitar, sure. Hang on. Charlotte says, please pet the kitty. Well, you're a good boy, Penny. Charlotte says I ought to pet you. So here goes. He likes to look off camera. He's a good boy, though. Commander Penny is such a good boy. Ugh. You've heard people say the more I hang out with people, the more I love my cat. Yeah. I will never forget that you brought me that live mouse on my 13th anniversary, Commander Penny. Thanks for that gift, man. Thanks. Thanks. Not sure what to think about any of that. It's so weird. Weird. Life is weird. He's weirder than you'd ever guess. Pretty grand, though. All right, let's draw a cat playing the guitar. Sure. Let's see. Get this stuff out of the way. Here. Sure. Well, he's got one of these. And, MacVac, could you back that shot out, please? Thanks. And he's probably got this. Probably this. Probably this. He should be into it, you know. And, spread those toes out like that. By the way, boys and girls, all the art you ever see me make on this show, you can go see again at paintbymonster.com. Probably, though, everybody who's here right now knows that. I love being with all of you. This is my favoritist goofing off ever. Paint by Monster is really, really cool. To me, really cool. If I don't like it, how are you supposed to like it? How's that supposed to work? Yeah. I think maybe we'll give him this. Like he's really, really up there doing something. Yeah, that's nice. I think he's tapping with this toe, probably. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, all right. Hey, Mike Darnell, who is watching. Nice to see you, brother. Good to have you with me on this Wednesday, May the 20th. This is a cat playing the guitar here. By the way, boys and girls, I've shown you these before. Cap this up. These are those little watercolor brushes that you put water on the inside of them. It's sort of a crafting supply, really. No serious artist, I don't think, would use these. Maybe they would. But what's nice about them is they're a great little field brush because if you've got a little package of watercolors that will travel with you, man, you've got everything you need to make some color happen pretty fast. So, sure. Show us, Diesel Monster. What on earth are you talking about? Don't tell us when you can show us. Don't show, tell. Don't tell, show. Shut up. All right. Yeah. There we go. That's not bad. Yeah. Okay. Scotty Schreier says, if you art, you are an artist. If you are real, you are a real artist. You can't argue with that logic, brother. You just can't argue with that. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Oh, do the headstock part of the guitar. Okay. This should be a little darker here. Let's make the fretboard, that's what they call this part of the guitar. We'll make this a little darker. That's nice. Yeah, just let that be broken. That's okay. Boys and girls, this is a cat playing the guitar. Maybe there are some other creatures with him. I have no idea. Paint by Monster is a daily, 6-day-a-week podcast, broadcast, pirate music playing broadcast with me, your host, Easel Monster, as we hover hundreds of feet above Muncie, Indiana, in our UFO getaway where we will make some art. I will make some art. Hopefully you're making some art. Man, I hope you're making some art. I think maybe art is the first and last frontier. Self-expression, but not just self-expression, boys and girls. There's more going on than just self-expression. Because it's also that you are sharing your art, what you're making, with someone else. I think maybe I'm getting old enough that I'm thinking about art like this. When I think about what is art, and that's a nice big philosophical conversation, boys and girls. What is art? Well, it's at least self-expression, that's true. But also, I think art is little curated experiences that you share with someone else. That's what I think. So, a chef puts together foodstuffs for somebody to enjoy. A musical artist puts together songs for other people to enjoy. He has to enjoy it. She has to enjoy it. You have to enjoy your own art. But it's not all just about you enjoying your own art. I think you have to share it with other people. Boys and girls, listen closely. And Commander Penny, get in here and pay attention. Listen. The whole purpose of Paint by Monster, yeah, we'll talk art and all that stuff, Commander Penny. I want you to turn into a little agent of joy, or a giant agent of joy. I want people to come around you and say, man, I want to be around that dude again, or that girl again. Boy, they made me feel so alive. That's what I'm after. That's why you're showing up to Paint by Monster. Shut up and draw something. Yeah, I will. But, I want you to know what's going on. I want the Paint by Monster audience to be an informed audience. That's what I want. I want you to know what's going on inside. Just like Commander Penny. That's right. Yeah. Ba-na-na-na. La la la. sitting in a tiny upstairs bedroom studio smack downtown in Muncie, Indiana. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Go make some art, and I will see you tomorrow, 11 o'clock. Hey, boys and girls, by the way, before we go, you know, I've been catching up on uploading all of these videos to YouTube, and the metrics are looking good. Boys and girls, the moment we have 1,000 subscribers over on YouTube, man, we're migrating to YouTube. All right, if you're watching the rerun on YouTube, subscribe. Please like, please subscribe. Go tell your friends, go tell your enemies. Look, at this point, the show is kind of getting figured out, Commander Penny. Go tell everybody. Tell everybody. I will see you on the Flippity Flops tomorrow. I love all of you. Thanks so much for showing up. Thank you, everybody who was here. Thank you, D'Souza household, Lakes household. Thank you, Scotty Schreier. Thank you, Alan Hayes, for being here with me. Thank you, Stephen Zima, for being with me for a while. Thanks, everybody who showed up. I love all of you. See you tomorrow here, 11 o'clock. More roboting and monstering then. See ya. Bye. I can't make the robot shut it off.